A very good morning, viewers, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we continue to take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor. On this day, 25 November 1985, the headmaster of Tekwane High School in Plumtree, Luke Bizeni Kumalo, 50 years old, and his wife, Jean Kumalo, 30 years old, were killed by an armed gang in Plumtree. The couple's house was burnt down. The value of the house property was 100,000 Zimbabwean dollars. The gang was also shot and injured. The gang also shot and injured a teacher at the school, Robert Joss Dwight. The government described the attackers as dissidents, but eyewitnesses and investigations by independent groups reported that the gang was wearing paramilitary People's Militia combat uniforms. Evidence suggests Kumalo and his wife were killed for disclosing the Gukurahundi atrocities to human rights watchdog Amnesty International. And this was then reported on this newspaper right here, onto the right, on the 27th of November 1985. And it's a very sad situation that during that period of Gukurahundi, we lost a lot of people unnecessarily, simply because of power, simply because of some people who believe that they are entitled to live in power forever and ever. This is something we are so wrong because they've set a bad precedent. Wherever we go, whatever happens, the major question remains, will one day Mnangagwa take responsibility and bring justice to the victims of Gukurahundi? We know it's very difficult for them to acknowledge and accept, but why can't you fast track this healing and closure issue? Why can't you let other people take over this process? You know, I would have wanted to see Emerson Mnangagwa being honest and being serious to say, I'm now handing over this process to some people who can be trusted to run this issue, fast track this issue, make sure that the truth is told. The truth can't be told when captured people are the ones running that national healing process in Matabeleland. It can't happen. There must be truth. After truth telling, we then reconcile. Not only reconcile, reconciliation comes after the perpetrators have been punished. The biggest reconciliation is punishing the perpetrators. Then the victims of Gukurahundi must be rewarded. Yes, they must be rewarded for their suffering. Their children have suffered. Their families have suffered. Simply because there are people who thought that they must rule this country by hook or by crook. And to do so, they massacred others. ZANU-PF knew that if Joshua Nkomo had become the opposition in Zimbabwe, they were going to be moved out of power, they were going to be defeated. That is the reason why they had to use force to force Joshua Nkomo to come and agree onto the unit accord, which was then signed in 1987. And they've silenced the opposition since then, only for it to emerge or re-emerge in 1998. So when we look at what is happening in Zimbabwe, it's not new. What is happening to Nelson Chamisa is not new. This is the same doctrine which was used in the 80s to silence Joshua Nkomo. It was used in the 90s to silence others who tried to form other oppositions. It is being used right now. And they are continuously doing so. So these people, they will do everything and anything within their power to retain power. But one day something must give in. One day the truth must be told. So Matthew Ntuli says, we shall forgive, but not forget. The major question is, how do people forgive when those who committed these atrocities have not asked for forgiveness? Forgiveness only comes when those who committed these atrocities come publicly and forward and say, we apologize. That is what must happen. It's not an issue that you are Changani, you are Shona, you are Tonga, or you are Ndebele. It's an issue of humanity. Each and every human being does have the right to live, no matter our differences, be it political, be it social, be it religious. Each and every human being does have the right to live. Only God is the taker of life. But if you become an earthly God, then you are the problem. You can't be somebody who dismisses others on earth, say you don't have the right to live, so you are going. You can't use guns against your own people and then expect to bring reconciliation without you asking for forgiveness. Those who are supposed to be asking for forgiveness are the ones who are running this national healing process in Matabele. Yes. And you start to be told the stories, the Beleshona raids, this and that. That is the nonsense they always tell us. Who wrote those books we are relying upon? Who wrote those books? Some of you were not there when those things were happening. And you are relying on books which were written by whites, by colonialists. So you take what colonialists say during in the previous years, you take it at face value and say, this is what happened. Then when the same colonialists come and say you have to put democracy in your own countries, you say, no, we don't want that. You don't tell us what to do. So you select what to listen from colonialists and you select what not to listen. This, what we are talking about Gukurahundi, it's something which happened. We still have people right now bragging. We still have them. As we speak, we still have them. People who are bragging like that. So you can actually see that we are not talking of, all those issues about what colonialists say. We are talking about what we know, what has been proven, what you have acknowledged yourself that Gukurahundi was a mistake. Mugabe acknowledged it. And up to this day, you are continuously putting other people at risk. You have arrested several people, you have murdered several people without consequences. So we continue to remember the victims of Gukurahundi, and that is the best thing we can do. So in 25 November 1985, the headmaster of Tekwane High School in Plantry, Luke Bizen Kumalo, and his wife were killed by an armed gang in Plantry. We remember them. We remember all victims of the Gukurahundi massacre. It's because their families needed them. Their families wanted them. But they were eliminated. Simply because some people wanted to consolidate power. So I will never take any suggestion that Joshua Ngomo was doing ABCD. I will never take that. Why? The same people who are accusing Joshua Ngomo of causing the massacres in Matabele are the same people who are causing massacres on the opposition right now. In 2008, they did it. And right now, they are doing it again. So who should we trust? What we know or what they say? So we'll continue to watch and see, and we'll continue to pray for justice to prevail in the Matabele region. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming, and thank you very much for the support you have offered to us